Well, there it is. We just got some major breaking news on Jaxson Dart and his availability for this game against the Detroit Lions on Sunday. And it is not good, but this is why you subscribe to the channel, because no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, we're going to get you guys a video as soon as possible, and we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. If you love the Giants and you want up-to-the-minute updates on Big Blue multiple times a day, completely free, hit that sub button and help us become the only Giants-only channel to get to 100,000 subscribers. Alrighty, after it seemed like Jaxson Dart was going to play this week against the Detroit Lions, after he returned to practice on Tuesday, he returned to practice on Tuesday, it seemed like he was on track to play, but it is officially official. Mike Kafka has ruled Jaxson Dart out for the Week 12 game against the Detroit Lions. And this is a little bit upsetting. Obviously, you don't want to rush him back, but after he was a limited participant in practice on Tuesday, after being a limited participant in practice on Friday before the game this past Sunday, it seemed like he was going to play. It seemed like he was on track to get it done. But then he didn't advance in the protocol on Wednesday, and that kind of sounded some alarms at 19:25 Giants Drive. But the feeling was, you know what? He'll be a full participant at practice on Thursday, and he'll be ready to rock and roll on Sunday. But that is not the case any longer. He is officially out. He is not going to play, and Jameis Winston is going to be back under center for this team as they take on a very tough Detroit Lions team. Show Jaxson Dart some love. I miss watching him play football. I'm sure you guys miss watching him play football. It seems like he's the only bright spot around this team up to this point. Type those sixes down below. Hope he starts to feel better. Hope he is feeling better. Hopefully he can get back on the field as soon as possible. But again, I wouldn't rush him. The Giants don't get any benefit from that. And number one thing the rest of the season should just be his long-term health going forward. So Jaxson Dart has not cleared concussion protocol, and he is officially out for the game this Sunday against the Detroit Lions. Kafka said this is based on Dart's lack of progress in the concussion protocol. This isn't about holding him out based on being extra cautious. And there had been some talk over the last couple of days of should the Giants just should the Giants hold Jaxson Dart out of game action for the remainder of the season? And my answer to that is no. If he doesn't have a concussion, if he's not hurt, he should play. Every single one of these reps, every single one of these snaps and games and quarters and halves, they are meaningful, and they are opportunities for him to get better and better and continue to progress as an NFL player. Like, are we going to hold out all of the starters? Like, are we going to hold Andrew Thomas out of the game? Are we going to hold Dexter Lawrence out of games? Like, if you're able to play, if you're healthy, you have no extra chance to have an injury, then no, you should not sit out. You should play. And that's kind of where I'm at on Jaxson Dart. Mike Kafka also says Cordale Flott is back. So some other injury news coming up as we are reacting to this after it literally being broken by Mike Kafka at his press conference just moments ago. Cordale Flott missed a practice earlier this week due to a personal issue. I want to say he had a baby this week. So shout out to the Flott family. Shout out to Cordale. He's a dad. Hopefully some extra dad strength playing on the outside. But, man, I'm bummed out. I really thought Jaxson Dart was going to play this week. I had talked to some people after Tuesday, and we put out a video on Tuesday that he was on track to play. It sounded like he was on track to play. Mike Kafka said he was on track to play if he didn't have a setback. It didn't sound like he had a setback. It sounds like he just hasn't progressed. And I guess if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. But, man. This has been a dreadful season for the New York Giants, man. It hasn't been much fun watching this team this year. So Jaxson Dart officially out, not going to play. Jameis Winston out there again. And I expect for the New York Giants to go back to the same game plan they had this week where they lost on Sunday, which is run the football on 29 first downs last week. The New York Giants ran it 20 times, and they threw it on 4 of the 5 final first downs. So they really threw it on 19? They really ran it on 19 of, I'm not good at math, 19 of the first 25 plays, like on first down. The Detroit Lions, though, on defense, they're pretty good against the run. They allow just 99.7 rushing yards per game, the 8th best in the National Football League. And to be honest with everybody watching this video, I think the Giants are going to get blown out. And I think that this could be the worst loss of the season. The Detroit Lions have not lost back-to-back games under Dan Campbell, and they are looking for a get-right game. And lucky for them, they have the New York Giants on their schedule. They are fast. They are physical. They are explosive. They control the line of scrimmage, and they can put up points in a hurry. Am I going to be shocked if the Detroit Lions go out there and put a 50-burger on the Giants? No, I'm not going to be shocked if that happens. They have the capability to do so, and they're looking to right their wrongs. And when you play inside the dome at Detroit, it can get ugly. And the New York Giants enter this game as 13-point underdogs. I thought I was going to open up and see 11.5. 13-point dogs. That is what's crazy is that's not even the biggest spread of the weekend. The Baltimore Ravens are 13.5-point favorites over the New York Jets. What a time it is. November, and the Jets and the Giants, the worst 2 teams in the NFL, man. Also, another 13-point spread. The Seattle Seahawks are 13-point favorites over the Tennessee Titans. So we're getting to the point of the NFL season where there are some major spreads, and the New York Giants are on the wrong side of that one. Yeah, I don't feel good about this one. The Lions are going to look to pound the rock. They've got 2 good backs. They've got the most explosive back in the game, and they have receivers on the outside that can take you the distance as soon as they touch the rock. They got kind of embarrassed in their last game, and they're going to look to right their wrongs, get back on track. Like, I don't want to say it's a must-win for the Lions, but it's close. They're 6-4. I mean, you lose to the Giants, you're 6-5, then you got to play Green Bay. Still got to play the Rams. Still got to play Minnesota. Still got to play Chicago. Like, the Lions have to win this game, and they know that. And I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it at all. I don't know if I would have felt much better if Jaxson Dart plays. I'm saying this because I think the Lions offense is going to have an awesome day against this Giants defense. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm rooting for the Giants, and usually when I'm all out on the Giants, they prove me wrong. But today, Jaxson Dart has been ruled out, and the Giants are going to have Jameis Winston as their quarterback going into the game this Sunday for his 2nd start in a row. Do you, Jameis? Let it fly. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I don't have to coach Jameis Winston up and give him confidence. He's going to go out there. He's going to sling the pill. But if you're going to win this game, it's going to be because of the defense. That's what it's been all year long, and they haven't done it all year long except for one game. Like, yeah, they played pretty good against the Eagles, but that was an offensive onslaught that the Giants put on the Eagles. They closed the game out against the Chargers, but, man, who would have thought that in Week 12 we would be talking about the Giants' offense without Jaxson Dart is going to have to go and win them the game. Incredible. So it looks like if Jaxson Dart, the next time he's going to play, could potentially be Monday night, December 1st, against the New England Patriots. Maybe he returns on prime time. Gives him another 8 days to get ready. Hope he's all right. Drop those 6s down below. No Dart. Giants play the Lions. Not feeling good about it. Give me your score predictions down in the comments. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's go.